Now, if you're pregnant and planning to have a family, you're just married, or trying to get pregnant through IVF, you must listen to this because this is very important for the welfare of your child. Hey, this is Insurance Matters by Lim Ren En Live. This show is about giving you the best advice in all your insurance needs, giving you clarity. If you need any insurance advice, talk to me. My team is more than willing to help. Subscribe and click on the notification bell, ding, ding, and not miss any show in the future. So why should I even consider this? So let me explain how this works. So you and your spouse have been planning to have a family. Some of us are lucky. We get pregnant easily. But some couples are not. They need some help from doctors to get it sorted. So either way, the fundamentals of our intention is all good. To have a family of our own so that we can pass down the tradition and life that we know to the next generation. Our culture survives and our culture will thrive. That is the basic of human evolution, to thrive and survive. So we love our children. We want the best for them. The question is, why should I get an insurance policy for our kids? Some ask, why get it even before they are born? Allow me to explain and try to give you some answers. Now, why should I get an insurance coverage for my unborn child? Let me give you some answers. Number one is because, like it or not, your child needs medical care the moment they are conceived. Now we start going to see doctors even before our child is born. It's called prenatal checks. Now that is to make sure that the child is healthy and well, and making sure that the mother is in good condition to give birth. Private prenatal care is not cheap. It can cost you more than 20,000 ringgit from pregnancy to childbirth. So having a baby care policy allowed us to give our babies some form of insurance coverage even before they are born. Now to guarantee that if anything were to happen to the child, any congenital problems, heart issues, cleft lips or cleft palate and so on, we are financially covered and we won't burn a big hole in our pocket. Now the worst is when things happen and we do not have the means to pay for it. Now most children are born normal. A fraction are born with congenital issues. Now I'm sure that you heard kids born with heart problems, kidney failures, and even cleft palate. Now these children unfortunately will never be able to have any form of private medical insurance or sometimes even a life insurance. So getting your child covered during the prenatal period, meaning the insurance company is taking a huge risk upfront, insuring your child even before birth, so that when your child is born, your child are covered properly already. So what happens if the child have a baby care policy and are born with a heart problem? The insurance company will cover up to 30,000 for the congenital heart problem and still give a medical insurance and life policy to the child that was born earlier. Reason number three, it is cheaper to buy when they are young, like very young, 14 weeks in pregnancy. So you can start applying for a baby care policy for your child 14 weeks into pregnancy. So how cheap can they be? Vary. Your child get covered at conception. You get it before they are born. So it is pretty cheap to get it young. Reason number four, we cover the mother as well. So getting a baby care policy doesn't just cover the child alone. We also cover forms of pregnancy complication for the mother in our medical insurance program, which is the first in the industry. So yes, the mother is covered. Reason number five, we even cover artificially induced pregnancy now. So my company AIA used to cover only for normal pregnancy. But since 2 months ago, we have extended our coverage to artificial induced pregnancy as the likes of IVF, ICI, and even IUI. So now your question is asking, what is IVF? IVF is in vitro fertilizations. It involves fertilizing human egg with sperms in a lab. So IVF is used to treat infertility. Now, that is one of the most common type of assisted pregnancy in the market. With new technology, pregnancy chances are pretty high now with IVF. And babies are born normal in most cases. So multiple pregnancy may cause miscarriage, but is manageable. So AIA covers IVF babies right now on our baby care program. So what is ICI? ICI is called intracervical insemination. The sperm is placed into the cervix via a small tube. Now this is done by a medical doctor. So this sperm does not have to be washed. Now this creates a higher chance of pregnancy for some couples. So babies are born normally most of the time. And yes, we cover that. If you are introduced to an induced pregnancy procedure called IUI, which is a more delicate procedure, it is called the intrauterine insemination. The sperm is placed directly into the uterus via a very small tube that is passed up the cervix right down to the uterus. Now this is done by a medical doctor. Sperm needs to be washed by a sperm bank and to remove dead sperm protein that will have caused a lot of cramping when they are inserting it. So IUI has been found to be slightly more effective than ICI. So now ICI, we cover that as well. So all in all, for assisted pregnancy, we cover IVF, IUI, and even ICI. So let's talk about some real stories, right? Some real life stories. What can it do for you and your child? What can this policy, the A-Life Joy Baby Care Policy, do for you and your child? Case number one is a child with a congenital hole in the heart. One of my friends had a child, and at that time there were no prenatal policy for babies, so he couldn't get any. The child is born with a congenital heart problem, a hole in the heart. So surgery was done at a private medical center a few months after birth. So it was very successful, and of course it cost the parents close to 80,000 in medical bills. Now this child survived and is doing well. He is a happy 4-year-old. So the problem for this child is the child couldn't get any form of life insurance or medical insurance after birth because of the congenital heart problem. So the parents has tried to get him covered under any form of health policy, but I'm so sorry, he couldn't get one until he is cleared after the age of 19, which is until he is fully grown. The insurance company needs to know that he has a normal life until the age of 19. And that is sad. No coverage. And the family has to depend their savings for his health care. Once the child is born and with a health issue, you can be sure there is some sort of a medical insurance placed under the child. However, I have to let you know. Now, if a child has a baby care medical insurance in place, but unfortunately is born, say, example, with a congenital heart problem, we will cover everything of the child except the heart. You might think, well, that is not really fair, right? But it is still better than not having anything at all, right? So do not take any chances. Get your child a baby care policy today and do not wait. It is not worth the risk. So case number 2, cleft lip or cleft palate. I have a friend who had a child born with cleft palate. So after multiple surgery, the cost is more than like 40,000. Now the child has a big beautiful smile and he can talk properly. But that medical cost could have been diverted to the insurer pretty easily if the parents have gotten a baby care policy. If they have gotten a baby care policy early before the child is born, that policy will have paid 30,000 in total to cover cleft palate for the child. And the best part is the child will have a medical insurance carry forward. Now, depending on complication of cleft palate, Some children with cleft palate may face problem getting any insurance coverage at all, even into adulthood. So, you want to get your child covered early. Number 3, autism and hyperactive. Some children are born autistic with unknown causes. I know of a few people with children that is autistic. So it is not easy for the parents, and I totally feel for them. Autistic children find it hard to get medical insurance or life insurance after the problem surface. Autism surfaces normally after the age of 2. When the child is supposed to be playful, you find him unable to communicate properly. So once diagnosed, that is pretty hard to get a medical insurance for him. Now, the baby care policy covers autism and hyperactive children before birth. The child is covered and AIA will provide coverage for his treatment up to $30,000 even before the child is born. Now, let's go to the details, right? So what kind of benefits do my child get? So let me detail a little bit of the baby care policy. Our A-Life Joy policy covers basically 4 things. A basic life insurance policy. We cover a junior critical illness that covers critical illness specifically catered for kids, such as the Kawasaki disease, type 1 diabetes for kids, and severe asthma. Number 3, we cover baby care policy that covers 17 types of congenital abnormalities. Example, congenital heart disease, cerebral palsy, spinal bifida, cleft lip, and many more. And lastly, we put in a $1 million medical insurance that will give your child and you peace of mind. So how much does it cost? It will cost you from a range of 250 to 350 ringgit a month. So that depending on what kind of riders you choose and what kind of package you want. Now for more information, please click the link below for the sample proposal sheet and product disclosure sheet. Now if you need a simple quotation or talk to any one of us, just WhatsApp us, just call us or leave us a message on our phone. We promise to call you back within an hour. So now we would love to have a Zoom call with you to explain how this works for you and your child at the safety and comfort of your home. So if you find our show beneficial to you, please share it out with all your friends and please click the subscribe button and the get notification bell for more of our show. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next show on Insurance Matters.